How's it going, everyone? And I am sure that this is going to be news that isn't going to excite a lot of people, but PlayStation Plus prices could continue to go up as CEO Hideaki Nishino says subscribers are increasingly choosing higher tiers despite price increases. In their latest business meeting. In the latest business segment meeting, Sony noted that in financial years 2022, 2023, and 2024, the percentage of PlayStation Plus subscribers on higher tiers has continued to grow, as noted on VGC. Subscribers are increasingly choosing our premium and extra tiers, which now represent approximately 38% of total subscribers. This was supported with a chart showing that while 17% of PlayStation Plus subscribers were on the premium tier, 13% were on the extra tier in fiscal year 22. This had increased to 22% and 16% respectively by fiscal year 2024. And it was noted by Nishino, PlayStation Plus is highly valued by our players and continues to drive engagement. We are already seeing a trend toward the option of higher tiers within our service, as evidenced by the subscriber mix we achieved in fiscal year 24, where approximately 38% of our players are now subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium or the extra tiers. This is even after the global price increase we implemented in fiscal year 23, and more recently, the local price increases in selected countries to improve our pricing strategy across certain market clusters and also to account for foreign exchange movements. These prices were partly a result of increasing value we bring to players through the quality and diversity of content we continue to add, as well as investment in the features to improve the service even further, such as player personalization and enhanced content discovery. The PlayStation Plus service offers a great value for our players, and we will continue to add more value and adjust our pricing strategy in a dynamic way to maximize profitability. So, PlayStation Plus is something I've been talking about on this channel a lot, and at the end of the day, look, if they're upping the price and more people are subscribing, if they have data to back it up, that's great, and they're making a lot of money right now. I do think at some point, if you continue with lessening the content value of PlayStation Plus Extra, because it is inarguable that that has been the case, there might be a shift at some point. However, the reality is PlayStation Plus still remains as an accessory subscription service to PlayStation, and it's not the heart and soul. However, they have also noted that a large portion of their revenue comes from subscription services and comes from revenue generated from microtransactions as well. You guys, they are making money hand over fist when it comes to stuff like PlayStation Plus. And a big factor of PlayStation Plus is that it's just something that people are like, well, I play on PlayStation, and I think this is a lot more people than people realize. I play on PlayStation anyway. This is my primary gaming platform. I might as well have the highest tier subscription service and have that subscription service running, and they don't even assess month to month. I'm not saying that's all people, but they don't even assess month to month the value proposition and the content shift and games getting removed and games getting added to the service. And I've talked to so many people that have Game Pass in particular. One of my buddies just played Doom the Dark Ages on Game Pass. That man legitimately did not touch Game Pass for 6 months because he just didn't want to check it out. But the thought is, it's $15 a month, or it's $10 a month. He has the PC Game Pass, so it's $12, I think, now a month. It's $12 a month. It's pocket change. Who cares? For a lot of people and a significant amount of people, just having that subscription service available, they'll ultimately eventually get it, and then they won't check out because they're still invested into that ecosystem in the sense that they're gaming on PlayStation. They might as well have that subscription service running. I get that. Us on this channel, I see it in the comments section a lot. I'm done with PlayStation Plus. The service isn't worth it, and maybe that does represent a portion of people, but I do believe it's still a vocal minority at this stage of the game. And the reality is, when you're in a world where there isn't a lot of competition, PlayStation is the primary console to play, you're naturally gonna get more people on PlayStation Plus as more people are buying a PlayStation platform over the competitor platform, Xbox. Again, Nintendo kind of on an island on their own, but that could change. You know, people will naturally just subscribe to PlayStation Plus. I do think at some point they'll hit a wall as far as the value proposition is so low and the price point continues to go up and up. When that is, and if they'll even hit that, at this point, they can continue lessening the value proposition. I guess people find value value in PlayStation Plus Premium, but how long are people gonna be okay with months where 11 games are getting removed and you get Battle Station Aquila in return on PlayStation Plus Premium? At some point, the rubber's gonna meet the road, and there has to be something. You have to offer more value. Why are people signing up to Plus Premium at this stage of the game? Like, the Classics offering is atrocious. The game trials, okay, like, I guess that's a factor. Demos, and then, you know, game streaming is a factor. I have talked to people that say they're mainly subscribed to PlayStation Plus Premium for the game streaming. They utilize it with PlayStation Portal. More power to you, but do keep in mind that PlayStation Plus is going to continue going up in price, and it is really something to assess when you compare console gaming and PC gaming, because PC gaming, 100%, the upfront cost is more. It is inarguable. People are going to talk about, oh my god, the $500 PC. It's like, bro, it's not happening, especially in this market. You're just not getting a $500 PC that's worthwhile. And ideally, you probably want to spend like $1,500 on a really good PC. If you want to get into PC gaming, like the $1,300 to $1,500 price threshold is probably where you want to go for to get really good performance. And hell, I know people that have been dropping 2K, 2.5K, whatever the case may be. But then when you look at the factor that you don't have to pay for PlayStation Plus, let's say at some point PS Plus gets to $70 and you're talking about a 7 to 8 year generation, well, that on the back end is just going to be $560 over the course of a generation. It's essentially buying a second console. I always thought pay-to-play online was an absolute scam, and you know, that isn't going to change. It's just so accepted. We're north of a decade in on the pay-to-play online model that Microsoft established it, PlayStation piggybacked off of it, and it's a boatload of cash that they rake in, and it's so much money that they make, and that's really, you guys, where they make the money. Having all of the great exclusives is great. The Yotes, the God of Wars, ultimately, those games, their designation is to draw people into your platform. That is the #1 priority, to draw people into the platform, and then Sony really starts to make the money passively. PlayStation Plus, buying all of your games on said platform. Once you have their foot in the door on the platform, you're chilling, you're golden, you don't gotta do much. Yeah, release a good game here and there and sell a couple millions, but you're gonna make so much money passively anyway that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to that great extent, and that's why there isn't that big focus and there isn't that pressure to release a lot of big first-party games, because the work is done. PlayStation is perceived to be, at least at this moment, the premier platform to play. They're gonna make their money passively, and that's why live service has become such a big deal, because that live service allows them to establish mini ecosystems within the ecosystem. If Concord actually popped off, Concord would have been ideally another gradual revenue stream within the PlayStation ecosystem that already has PlayStation Plus in that ecosystem. That is another gradual revenue stream, and that's the idea of establishing in their head. That was the ultimate vision of establishing these mini ecosystems within the ecosystem. And then you're just making so much money passively that these games are generating so much revenue passively. But even if Concord didn't pop off, you want to know what did pop off? Marvel Rivals by NetEase, and they're gonna get a little bit of the back end on all the microtransaction sales that those games are gonna get. So just having you in that platform, playing the Marvel Rivals, playing the Fortnites, playing Call of Duty, spending money on the microtransactions, spending money on PlayStation Plus, they are making an insane amount of money passively where they don't have to do anything. Their work is drawing you into the platform, and there isn't that much pressure anymore to draw people into PlayStation, because Xbox will help out drawing you to PlayStation with releasing their games on PlayStation. It is really a phenomenal situation that PlayStation finds themselves in. Look, I'll call out the garbage value that PlayStation Plus Extra is when you talk about month to month on the price point going up, value proposition objectively going down, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't realize they are in a golden situation. They're chilling. They don't have to even release Ghosts of Yote. They can cancel that game right now and they'd still be chilling. Nobody, I shouldn't say nobody would care. That is way too big of a stretch, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. It wouldn't matter. In the grand scheme of things, I think ultimately if you had years and years and years of no first-party output, people would get infuriated with PlayStation, but at this stage of the game right now where we're at, it doesn't matter that much, and that's why PlayStation, yeah, the Concord shut down, are there really any long-lasting consequences for Concord shutting down in terms of, it being as consequential as Xbox releasing the Xbox One used games and all that stuff? The live service blunder is not going to be that big of a consequence for Sony. It'll be a little bit of a hurdle that they'll overcome, but the reality is there's no real competition. They can up the price of PlayStation Plus even more, and I don't see it that far away where PlayStation Plus Essential is $14.99 a month, so get ready for that, and that is just the reality that you're gonna have to deal with at some point. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and again, it is another grim reminder that sometimes we are a little bit of the vocal minority on this channel. I don't think that disproves that PS Plus is a trash value at this stage of the game, especially the higher tiers, but guess what? If they're making their money, who am I to argue that? But, price points will continue to change. That'll do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Sound off there. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.